All right, welcome to our show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Sam.
And welcome back. So in day one, we were learning about how, where all of our favorite desserts or icy desserts, and where do they exactly come from? And we know that in the summer when the temperature goes up, we cannot stop cannot not stop eating. Yeah, we cannot stop eating, an icy treat such as ice creams or popsicles and shaved ice.
Okay, and we also learn where does all this ice treats come from?
Yeah, well, we don't really know the true stories because they're all legends, but one is from China, and it says in China people used to eat frozen milk and rice. Another story was about the ancient Greeks where they would mix snow with fruits and honey. Now, they had to do this because they didn't have refrigerators back then, so this was a treat they had before. Oh, another really popular story was about a food contest in Italy.
Ah, yes.
A chicken seller made a sorbet, I think. Sorbet.
Okay.
It's ice with added flavors. Now, this is really cool because it's a treat that a lot of people enjoy today. It's called gelato. So the story of gelato comes from someone who sold chicken and he made an ice flavored with an ice made with a lot of different flavors. So it's pretty cool. We don't know if these are true or not, but this is according to some people. Now we're going to learn a little bit more about some other treats and desserts. So let's take a look at our article today.
Reading.
Icy treats from past to present. One of Florence's most famous women is credited with spreading the popularity of frozen desserts. Catherine de' Medici married King Henry II of France and went to live in Paris. She's said to have introduced many Italian foods, including dolcetto gelato, to the French. In fact, French people often traveled to Italy before this, so the foods were already known. Another Italian who made a big splash was Procopio Cuto. He opened a cafe in Paris in 1686 and served ice cream. What's more, he made the first ice cream machine. His ice cream became known as gelato, and others copied his recipe. Soon, ice cream could be found all over Europe. Ice cream was still an expensive treat for the rich, however. Several centuries later, modern refrigerators were developed. This allowed ice cream to be made in large amounts. Since then, ice cream and other frozen desserts have remained a popular choice as soon as the weather heats up.
Okay, in the article it says one of Florence's most famous women is credited with spreading the popularity of frozen desserts. Okay, popularity means something that is really well liked among many people. It is popular among many people.
OK, 所以呢，在我们课文一开始，我们首先看到了这个用法，他说 be credited with。OK， 这个中文呢，我们就翻译为被认为有什么样的功劳哦，归功于什么的意思。举个例子哦 ，Our boss is credited with the success of our company。OK， 这个呢，我们老板，我们这个公司的成功呢，归功于我们老板，是因为有我们老板的功劳。那呢，你也可以用另外一个用法，我们可以说事情 be credited to，OK， 原因或是人。举个例子哦 ，The good result of this project is credited to every team member，OK， 这个事情呢，之所以能成功呢，是因为有我们所有成员的努力。
Now, we see the word spread. Spread is a verb and it means to become bigger and bigger. We can also use it to mean that something becomes more known or even more popular by many people. So, for example, we can say Facebook is a quick way to spread news. Okay, that means we use Facebook now to let people know more and more about certain news. Or we can also say Ariana's music spread all around the world. Now people love her music. That means her people her music was known by many, many people around the world, and she's become very popular because of that. So spread means to become bigger and bigger, and we can think about it to mean that something else becomes more and more popular too.
OK, spread 这个动词呢，它呢就是表示延伸哦，延伸的意思。比方说呢 I spread my arm. OK, 我把我的这个手张开来。那呢，它延伸出来的意思呢，它就可以指扩展，或是传播，或是这个事情变成很普及。比方说呢，刚刚 Tiffany 举的例句Ariana 的音乐呢，这个在全世界散播开来、传播开来，现在大家呢都知道她的音乐。那特别注意到了我们动词的3个形态spread, spread, spread. OK, 它的这个过去式以及过去分词都是长得一样。
All right, so let's continue reading. It says, Catherine de Medici married King Henry II of France and went to live in Paris. So Catherine de Medici was the Italian woman that we were talking about.OK,
所以呢，这边呢就讲说我们刚刚讲的这位这个传播把这个 frozen dessert 的这个人气传播出去的这个女人呢，为什么她传播出去了呢？原来是因为她嫁给了法国的亨利2世 ，OK， 然后呢，并且移居到了法国。
Let's continue reading. It says she's said to have introduced many Italian foods, including dolcetto gelato to the French. So.It's said that she was the one who told many people, or the French specifically, about all these Italian foods. And we'll learn a little bit more about the words here and which ones we are talking about.OK,
所以呢，在认识这些单词之前，要先看一下在这边句首我们说 she is said to. OK, 这样子的用法呢，比 said to 我们呢就可以译为据说、据传。那呢，我们后面加上 have， 再加上过去分词 OK, have pp 这个完成式的用法呢，用来呢转述其他人呢针对这个过去已经发生的事情来表达的说法 OK。举个例子我们这个课文里面他就说呢 she is said to have introduced OK 就是呢据说呢她呢曾经把这个 Italian foods 这些意大利食物呢介绍到法国去。
Now, we saw the word introduce here. Introduce is a verb, and it means to bring something into existence or to let people know about something for the first time. Now, we also know introduce as, for example, when you meet someone for the first time, you might tell this person A and person B, their name. And this is what introduce kind of means as well. When you introduce something to other people, it means you let other people know about it for the first time.
OK, 所以呢 introduce 这个动词呢，它呢就有这个介绍的意思比方说呢，我们可以讲说 OK, please introduce yourself. OK, 请介绍一下你自己。那呢，在这个课文里面呢，它其实应该不能翻译为介绍，它而是要翻为引进。OK, 我们这个课文的这个女主角呢，她把这些意大利的食物呢引到法国里面引进。我们刚才可以造个例句OK, this new kind of paint was introduced into the market this year. OK, 这个新形态的这个涂料呢，是在今年被这个在市场被引进到市场里面，也就是呢，它在市场里面被推出了。
We also saw the word including. Including here is a preposition, and it means to have someone or something as a part of a group, or it's part of that total amount of thing. So, for example, I can say, everyone, including me, liked the book better than the movie. Now, including can also be used as a verb, but in this article, we use it as a preposition.
OK, including 这个字呢就是包含的意思，那在我们文章里面呢就是介系词的用法了。那同时呢，事实上 include 呢是它的动词的形态，我们也可以当做动词来使用。举个例子了，我们可以说呢 This price includes both earring and necklace. OK, 这个呢价格呢是包含了耳环跟项链。OK, 耳环跟项链都已经包含在这个组合里面了。那呢相对于 include 是包含，如果我们要排挤把这个东西排除的话，我们可以呢说另外一个字 exclude。
So, what did she introduce? She introduced a lot of Italian foods, maybe something like pizza or pasta or something. She also introduced the gelato to the French as well. So let's continue reading. It says, in fact, French people often traveled to Italy before this, so the foods were already known. OK,
所以呢，这个句子里面我们就说，事实上呢，这些法国人呢，其实在他来之前呢，早就已经知道很多的这个意大利食物，因为呢，他们很常到意大利 里去旅游哦。那我们这边开头我们说 in fact 就是事实上的意思。那呢，你可以用另外一个句子，你可以讲说 as a matter of fact， 或是呢，你很简单说 actually， 事实上，实际上是怎么样。
So maybe Catherine Medici really didn't introduce these desserts to them because it was quite easy for people to travel back in Europe. So maybe this legend can be, we can say, half true, half false. Yes. Okay, well, we can take a look at another story. It says, another Italian who made a big splash was Porco Cuto. Okay, so a lot of Italians here being credited for, all of our favorite icy desserts. So we have another Italian who made a big splash. Now, when you make a splash, this is our shortcut for you. So let's take a quick break and learn a little bit more about what this means.
Shortcut for you.
How did your latest play do, Pat?
It made a big splash.
I hope the audience didn't get too wet.
That's not exactly what I meant. If something makes a splash, it suddenly becomes very successful or very well known.
Oh, I see. Make a splash means 造成轰动，引人注目。
Exactly. Everyone thought the play was really good.Can
I get tickets for it?
Sure, I'll sort some out for you.
I'll remember to bring an umbrella.
Why? Is it going to rain soon?
No, but since you're making a splash, I want to stay dry.
All right, so we see that another Italian became very, very successful very suddenly and very well known. His name was Porco Cuto. I think that's the way you should read it. I'm not too sure. Anyways, let's continue reading. It says, he opened a cafe in Paris in 1686 and served ice cream.
OK， 所以呢，在句子我们就讲说呢，这个意大利人呢，为什么他变得非常的引人注目呢？因为他在1686年的时候呢，在巴黎开张了他自己的咖啡店。那注意到了，我们这边 open 呢是翻译为开张哦，或者是开店。OK， 它不翻译为打开。OK， 那在这个店里呢，它提供什么样的餐点，提供什么样的服务呢？我们可以用 serve 这个动词。
Next it says, what's more, he made the first ice cream machine. Okay, so when we use the phrase what's more, it just means also, and you want to say something more or to add information. So not only did he open a cafe or did he establish his own cafe, he also was the first person to make the first ice cream machine.
我们这边有看到了这个用法 What's more 呢，在文章里面呢，我们就可以用来这个补充描述、补充说明。这个呢，在写文章的时候是非常好用的用法。除了 What's more 之外呢，我们也可以用，比方说 besides、in addition、moreover 这些字呢，都有一样意思。此外怎么样？我们举个例子哦。OK， the laptop looks good. Moreover, it carries high-end processor. OK， 这个笔电呢，不只看起来好，此外呢，它还有搭载了这个非常高阶的这个处理器。
Wow, so it must be a supercomputer then.
Yeah, it must be expensive.
All right, so let's continue reading. It says, his ice cream became known as gelato, and others copied his recipe. Soon, ice cream could be found all over Europe. Okay, so this is a little bit different from the legend that we learned. Someone who sold chicken actually created a sorbet known as gelato. But here in today's article, we learned that another person actually was credited for creating gelato. So here we saw his ice cream became known as gelato. When something be or becomes known as, this phrase means to be popular or for other people to look at something and to actually recognize it and to give someone else credit for that. So we can say after his performance, Ed became known as a talented musician.
OK， 所以呢，这个被视为、被认为，我们就可以 be known as。 后面再加上一个被视为是什么东西，比方说像刚刚的例句哦，在他表演之后呢 at 就是这个红发艾德 OK 就呢成为被大家视为呢非常 talented musician 就是呢很有才华的音乐人。在这边我们看到另外一个单词 recipe 呢其实它名词呢指的就是食谱的意思哦。比方说呢我们很常看到人家讲说祖传秘方，我们可以讲说 grandma's secret recipe OK 这个阿嬷的这个秘密食谱。
Next it says, ice cream was still an expensive treat for the rich, however.
Okay, it's pretty much like what we talked about yesterday because they don't have refrigerator, so the ice was quite expensive.
And hard to get. Next it says, several centuries later, modern refrigerators were developed.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. So we saw the word century here. Century is a noun and it means 100 years. So if you turn it into plural centuries, centuries, it means hundreds and hundreds of years or more. For example, I could say it took more than a century to complete the cathedral.
OK, century 这个名词呢，指的就是1世纪世纪，所以呢，我们就是100年。那呢，像我们课文这边的用法 several centuries, OK, 它是复数的用法，所以呢，它除了可以讲说好几个世纪之后呢，你也可以讲说好几百年以后，是一样的意思。
Next, we also saw the word develop. Develop here is a verb, and it means to cause something to grow or become bigger and more advanced. And it means that we make something better than it already is. So a lot of times, people who work in technology or who are working on our iPhones and iPods, iPads, sorry, no more iPods, iPads, they are developing a new phone to make it better than the previous one. Next, it says, this allowed ice cream to be made in large amounts. So thankfully, we have the refrigerator, so more people can make more amounts of ice cream too.
所以呢，我们这边看到他说，这个因为这个冰箱的发明、冰箱的发展之后呢，大家可以更大量的来制作冰淇淋。那这边 allow 是允许的意思，但在这边呢，比较像是说给予他能力，给予人们能力来制作这个冰淇淋。所以你也可以用另外一个单字 enable， OK， 就是呢给予使他有这个能力。我们举个这个句子可以改写，我们比方说呢 ，The invention of refrigerators enabled people to make ice cream in large amounts.
That's right. Let's learn about what the word amount mean. Amount is a noun and it means how much there is of something or the quantity of something. So, for example, I can say, everyone baked a large amount of cookies to share, or everyone baked a certain amount of cookies to share. So that means they baked a certain number. It could be a small number, it could be a large number, but they baked a certain amount of numbers for cookies for people to share.
OK, amount 这个字呢，中文我们就翻译为数量哦。比方说，我们可以讲说呢 ，We need a small amount of sugar for this dish. OK, 制作这道菜呢，我们需要一点点的这个糖。那呢，我们可以看到它很长的用法，我们就是比方说，怎么样的 amount of。后面什么东西就可以形容这个东西的数量多或少。比方说我们可以讲说 a small amount of sugar 一点点的糖，你呢可以直接讲说呢 an amount of something OK 就表示呢 some 有一些。那假如说呢我们说很多很多，你可以讲 a large amount of something OK 就表示 a lot of 很多的意思。
Next, the article says, since then, ice cream and other frozen desserts have remained a popular choice as soon as the weather heats up. Okay, we saw the phrase since then, and since then just means from that time on. So from the time where we had refrigerators or within that time. So we can more or less just say from that time on when refrigerators were invented, ice cream and all these other frozen desserts that we enjoy are really, really popular when summer comes or when the weather becomes hotter.
OK, 在这段课文呢，我们看到这个 remain 这个动词哦。OK, remain 这个动词呢，它就有保持什么样的状态，或是人是什么样的状态这样的意思。那呢，它跟它类似的用法呢，我们还可以看到 stay 跟 keep 这两个动词一样的都有保持怎么样。那它的用法呢非常特别哦，我们可以在后面呢不接受词，但是呢在后面呢加上了这个主词补语。举个例子哦，比方说我们可以在后面直接加上形容词 stay calm，OK， 冷静下来，后面直接加上形容词。或者 者是呢，像我们这边的这个用法，我们可以讲说 ice cream and other frozen desserts have remained a popular choice。后面呢，我们是加上名词，表示呢，它仍是一个这个很受欢迎的选择。
And then of course we see as soon as the phrase means immediately. So immediately when the temperature comes up, once the weather starts to get hot, people automatically go eat ice cream. They go get the other frozen desserts that they like. And yeah, I know I do that all the time.
OK, 所以呢，我们最后看到这个片语哦，他说 as soon as 就是呢，一怎么样就怎么样。你呢可以用刚刚 Tiffany 讲到这个字 immediately， 或者是呢另外一个片语哦 the moment that OK， 就是呢一发生这件事情的时候呢就怎么样。我们呢在句子里面可以用这样子的用法。
All right, so we learned a little bit about the legends of where we got our icy desserts from or icy treats from. We're not too sure the real origins, but we learned a lot today. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with our For You chat.
For You chat.
Alright, so our For You chat question for today is, do you know any other stories about where foods came from? What are they?
Okay, I know a Chinese dish.
Okay.
It's called 过桥米线.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a kind of noodle with like a layer of oil on it. Okay, the reason why is because the wife wants to bring the noodle to her husband and because she has to cross a very long bridge. So the noodle gets cold.
Right.
In order to get to keep the noodle hot, so she put a layer of oil on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how
so
the dish came from.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cute. I learned from one of our fun facts before that popsicles was actually invented by an 11-year-old because he made a fruit drink and he put a stick inside of his cup and he left it outside. And because it was winter at that time, the drink froze outside and then he realized that it tasted really good frozen. So this was how popsicles were invented.
He's my hero.
I know. And I think potato chips as well. It came from a restaurant in New York. A customer in New York wanted to eat fried potatoes, but then the customer kept saying the potatoes were too thick. So the chef got really angry. He decided to cut the potatoes really, really, really thin and added a lot of salt. And then in the end, the customer really liked it instead. And now all of us around the world love potato chips. Yeah. All right. So thank you for that one very picky customer for helping us invent potato chips.
Yay.
All right. So do you guys know any other stories? If you do, share them with us. But that's all the time that we have for today. And we hope you guys enjoyed the article. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Sam.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Icy treats from past to present. One of Florence's most famous women is credited with spreading the popularity of frozen desserts. Catherine de' Medici married King Henry II of France and went to live in Paris. She's said to have introduced many Italian foods, including dolcetto gelato, to the French. In fact, French people often traveled to Italy before this, so the foods were already known. Another Italian who made a big splash was Procopio Cuto. He opened a cafe in Paris in 1686 and served ice cream. What's more, he made the first ice cream machine. His ice cream became known as gelato, and others copied his recipe. Soon, ice cream could be found all over Europe. Ice cream was still an expensive treat for the rich, however. Several centuries later, modern refrigerators were developed. This allowed ice cream to be made in large amounts. Since then, ice cream and other frozen desserts have remained a popular choice as soon as the weather heats up.
Vocabulary Review.
Spread. Luckily, doctors found Jeff had cancer before it spread throughout his whole body and could treat him in time. Introduce. Italian priests introduced Christianity to China about 400 years ago. Including. 7 students failed the test, including Max, who only scored 51. Century. The first movies were made in the late 19th century, and they quickly became very popular. Develop. The first computers were developed during World War II to learn enemy secrets. Amount. Donald Duck's uncle, Scrooge McDuck, has such a large amount of money that he can swim in it.